Hey, this is Clay from Sharp Car Company. Today I'm going to be working on a 2006.5 to 2010.5 Voltswagen Jetta. Very good customer and a good friend of mine brought to me. He needs a rear wheel bearing. The reason I'm making this video is because I ran into quite a few little complications with this job that, it wasn't a hard job, but it is definitely not a job that you can do inside your driveway if you're a pretty good mechanic. I found that I needed some tools that I did not have, so I went to borrow them from my friend, and they are not that. This is used to take out the bolt that holds the wheel bearing on. But the bigger problem that I ran into were the rear caliper bolts. These are both 12-point sockets, but they're like Torx, but I think there's 12 points on there. These were big problems, and I'll show you these bolts that I had to remove. Are in the back here. I might have to turn on the light. Not sure how to really do that. But in the back, there's these bolts, and they seem like they're Torx or Allen wrenches. They are not. They are them 12-point studs that I showed you. The other big problem was this center bolt. It is extremely tight. I used the torches. I heated up the center of it, tapped on it a couple times, then I took the socket and took it out of there, but I got it really, really hot, but I only heated this area. And after I did that, I'm going to show you, I obviously pulled everything apart like you normally do, but I had a problem with the wheel bearing itself. I couldn't get it off. You know, it was pressed on, and it's only pressed on by the center bolt, but it was stuck on there. I set the phone down and get this nut off of here. So I just took off the caliper itself, and now I'm going to take off the caliper bracket. So I've just got it tight enough because I wanted to make this video, because this is a complicated job that, one would think you could do in your driveway because it's a bolt-on wheel bearing, but I really don't recommend the novice or the amateur doing this in their driveway unless they, at the minimum, have these tools. These are the bolts. You can see inside there, and you can strip that out really easily. I did think of a couple ways that you could have done things that I did not do them this way, but you could have. One thing you could have done was you could slide hammer the wheel hub off, but the problem that you're going to run into mostly is it's bad on the shaft that the wheel bearing sets on. So I don't really like to slide hammer things off. I own a slide hammer kit, and I could have done it, and it probably would have took me about half the time, but this is a good friend of mine, so, and I know I don't want to work on this car as little as possible, and I'm sure that he wants me working on it as little as possible. So remove this bolt. When I finally got it out of there, I pulled the wheel bearing off, and I got it sitting right here, and obviously the rear race stayed on there. Now, a lot of guys cut this stuff off. I don't cut off races. I pull them with a puller, and this is a race puller. So I pulled the race. I did not put any extra additional pressure on the shaft. Now, how I pulled the bearing off itself was with my hub grappler. Problem with the hub grappler is this portion of the hub grappler is not threaded. So I took and found a bolt that was out of my one of my other pullers, because it's a fine thread. 12 millimeter bolt, and this is the bolt that I had, and it came right out of one of my other pullers, and it threaded right in there. And the thing about this bolt is it was able to travel through the center of the hub. So I put it in there, and it's screwed in, so it's in there tight. And then I put the hub grappler on it. And turn the bolt. Kept a wrench on that portion right there, and she slid right off. And I was able to use the bearing race and pull it out of there. Hope this video is helpful for you. Gives you some idea that you may not want to do this. You may just want to pay a European store to do it. It's Clay with Sharp Car Company in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Got any comments? Let me know. If you like my video, please press like.